At Stoked, we try to offer as much freedom as possible to all of our partners. Freedom to choose the work that they do, freedom to design the work itself, and freedom to lead that work however they see fit based on our clients' needs. We offer the freedom to take lots of time off, to work from wherever you want, and the freedom to not work at all for extended periods of time without actually losing your job.
We're having a pretty stunning day here down in Gimmelwald. I went for a run over to the Lobhorn Hut down the valley a ways. Really good day. We've had killer weather the last few days.
Freedom is a wonderful thing, something our team seems to really treasure and kind of hold dear. But as you've heard a million times before, freedom isn't free. The freedom I'm referring to requires a sense of self-discipline that isn't really necessary when you're managed by another person. It requires a sense of self-awareness to know what we can and can't handle in a healthy way. And for me, that's a line that is often blurred. I can't always tell when I need to get up and go take a walk or sit and meditate. Sometimes if I've been working a long week, it's really hard for me to determine if I'm doing more harm or good to my team. In order to have freedom, to operate without all the rules and boundaries found in typical workplaces, we have to be self-aware enough to know when we're doing well and when we're not. And when we're not doing well, we need to be able to say to others, yo, I need some time off.
Digging these mountains. I'm not at work. It's pretty hard to beat this.
In our environment, those that do not take great care of themselves can be incredibly toxic to everyone around them and not even know it. Discipline has to be there. And if we don't impose it upon you, you're going to have to impose it upon yourself.
Well, I am deep into the heart of Middle Earth right now. This super cool gorge down there. Big waterfalls coming up. Eye of Sauron is right up there.
For the last 5 or 6 years, I've gone to a little village way up in the Swiss Alps. You have to take a cable car to get there, as there are no real roads or train stations. There are only a few houses, and the village mainly consists of farmers and their families. What they do have an abundance of is mountains. Some of the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen in my life. There are trails for days, and you can run or hike or climb or just sit there and stare at the majestic landscape. I keep going back to this place because I experience a sense of peace and groundedness I don't experience anywhere else. I love to travel, and I love to experience new places. But at least once a year, I have to go back to this same place because it recenters me like no other place can. I don't think about clients or projects or growth or revenue or worry about all the relationships I need to maintain. I just hike and I run and I climb. And on rainy days, I sit and read and write and think and breathe. And it's the most relaxing and wonderful place I have found on this planet. But it's always hard for me to go. In spite of all the amazing qualities I just described, it's still hard to leave. Why? Because there's always client work. I feel guilty about leaving my team members behind to work. I feel guilty about leaving my wife behind to care for our house and our dog while I'm out goofing around. Yet it is absolutely necessary for my sanity and for my ability to be better at my work and in my relationships. I have to go. So it plays out like this. In March or April, I make plans to take a trip in September, and I'm psyched. In June or July, I start to get a little bit nervous that I'm leaving at kind of an inconvenient time. And then in August, I start to tell everybody that I'm really excited about the trip, but deep down, I'm starting to feel some serious anxiety about leaving other people hanging while I'm out on vacation. I finally leave for the trip in September, and I feel like I'm making the wrong move in spite of everyone wishing me well. During the trip, I let go of shit I've been clenching onto for months. I relax, I have fun. I wake up out of the slumber that is caused by me staring at my laptop and phone for hours and weeks on end. And when I'm on my way home, I hope like hell I hold on to this newfound headspace. that I don't lose it once I jump back into conference calls and hear about all the trappings of work. Eventually, I fall back asleep. Work and the professional world lulled me back into a place of thinking that work is the most important thing. But somewhere in my heart, I know it's not. The mountains always hold what's important for me. And that is why I have to maintain the discipline to go back to them.